how to learn English as a non-native speaker. The video is completely natural and it's my experience. So there is nothing. For example, if you want to say there is no script, no written or anything notes taken for this video. So let's begin. I'm sorry. Welcome. I started in learning English especially when I was in class 9. So that time, one of my brothers, who was a teacher in an English speaking coaching center, who taught how to speak English. And that time, we have to remember some rules that is translated from Bengali to English and English to Bengali. By which I mean English to native speaking and native tongue to English. And I memorized it like a parrot, so that when we will talk with that structure, we do not have to think of that. And trust me, it helped a lot. Probably many people might say that you should not memorize anything while speaking, you should listen a lot, but sometimes you might not get that opportunity to listen a lot. So the first thing, I recommend you to find a teacher if you can, or to find the books, that is translation of course, your mother tongue to net English and English to your mother tongue, and memorize the structure first so that you can understand how English actually works and how the language is related to the English language. Then I was supposed to give a topic on any subject, and I had to talk for 2 minutes or 3 minutes, or I have to talk with my brother for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or even more. If you have any friend who also want to learn English, you can talk with them and make a schedule so that you will talk with a certain subject about which you will of course take preparation. Non-native speaker, sometimes we have to think of which word to use and which word not to use. Learn more collocations rather than single words. Collocations means a group of words that go together or are used together by native speakers or in native language. So when we learn the collocations and group of words, it will be easier for you to speak, provide the correct expression. Then we always talked and made dialogue with one another, and it influenced me much and enhanced my motivation. So if you are a native speaker, I also recommend you to find someone who also want to talk to you in English. Don't worry about mistakes, because we all make mistakes and we learn through mistakes. Even native speaker make mistakes. And when we speak in another language, we became too much strict about grammar and the structure. But whatever we need is just to speak. So speak whatever you want. Definitely you need to talk about yourself with yourself. How? Sometimes you can stand before your mirror and say, how does it look like and how can you describe about everything you have done that day. You also can take some notes so that you understand which types of languages you also use in your native tongue, and then try to translate them and memorize them, use over and over again, because we usually use similar sentences every day. Native speaker use 3 to 5,000 words every day just for speaking. And even if you are a non-native speaker, you know a lot of words, but you don't know how to use them, just of thinking what to use and what not to use. Last but not the least, write over and over and speak. Whenever you are, try to think in English. When you will try to think in English, people who will probably laugh when you will make mistakes will not hear you, but you are still practicing English. Hope you have enjoyed this video, and this was just a life experience how I have learned this, and probably as I have learned, you will also be able to speak in English if you do the same. So follow this and share your experience below, share with your friends, and subscribe if you haven't yet subscribed our channel.